Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Ben's Hager smelling like dank. Seats, somebody died on them. Kitty looking like somebody cried on it. Ooh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Body like cinnamon roll. Icing on the top, if you got it, let's go.
All right.
All right, all right, all right.
Happy
So
New Year. Happy 2023. We are back.
we are back. We
Yeah.
are back.
We missed y'all. I hope y'all missed us too. We had some stuff going on, so we missed a couple of weeks. I'm here today. This is pre-recorded.
Yes, it
We
is
are
pre-recorded.
having our own private conversation in the living room, and you all are privy to it. So we're just gonna catch up a little bit today, Sonya, right?
We are going to catch up, yeah, because we've had so much happen since the holidays, and we have a lot going on still. So Posh just got back from Africa. I'm in Florida. I'm
Yep.
having technical internet difficulties. Let me tell you, you don't know, you do not appreciate internet until you don't have it.
Hey, who living like
What
this?
the hell? What is this, a third world country? What are we doing here? Like, you do not know what it's like.
Yeah.
Yes. So
But yes, like she said, I'm just getting back from Ghana. I had an awesome
yes.
time. That was amazing.
Girl, I cannot wait to hear. We saved our conversation about her trip just for the show because we figured it don't make sense to talk about it twice. So,
Right. I'm
yeah.
gonna be brief. I mean, I was there for 8 days. Um, I would say for anyone considering who's never, this is my first time in the motherland. Okay,
Okay.
so
All
I
right.
was
All right.
excited. We
Yeah.
had a jam packed trip. Like we were moving and shaking. Went to 3 different cities in is that what you call them? I guess you call them cities in Ghana.
Yeah. Where did you go?
We started out in Accra, which is the capital, and then we traveled to Kumasi, and then we ended up in Cape Coast. And
Oh.
I would say Ghana is like a great introduction to Africa for
Okay.
because for Americans in general, but particularly Black folks, because it's English speaking. First of all,
Got it, girl.
yeah, a lot of other places, a lot of the places in Africa are French speaking. Not that I don't have the experience of what it's like to be English speaking and being in those countries, but I know I've been to other countries where English wasn't the first language, and it was a little it was
A little
different. It was
struggle.
different. Yeah, it was different.
Struggle. Mm-hmm.
I think, actually, I'm lying. I went to countries where they spoke multiple languages. Let me rephrase.
Okay.
Lainey, my daughter, actually went to Paris, so they were speaking French nonstop, but they spoke English there. But I would say Ghana is a good introduction. Um, there are a few things that you have to get used to, like American standard of service is not
Oh.
particularly the service in Africa. So if you choose to go, you got to pack your patience and just
I'll
be
pack your patience.
pack your patience and don't come with that American bullshit like garçon, give me my shit. That ain't
Girl, you are not in America. Cut it out.
right.
Like, first of all, you get to be respectful of where you are,
Yep.
and appreciate the culture and
Yep.
relax. Like, not everybody and not everywhere is jumping and hyper tense and focused like, you know, like we are in the United States.
Yep. So you better pack a damn a snack.
Oh,
You gonna be walking around hungry because your food might take 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes.
girl, speaking of which, it's funny because I told somebody that story when we were in Texas and you had a low sugar, and so they were like, "Oh, she like that Snickers
I
commercial."
just said.
She
They're,
like that Snickers commercial. You are not you, because
they're to carry me on
Pasta would be in
on
a
a
real diva
stretcher.
down in Texas. Like,
Girl, they're to carry me on a stretcher in Ghana. But
exactly.
I will say this, that wasn't the experience everywhere.
Okay.
Because first of all, let me big shout out to DST Traveler.
Okay.
That's the travel agent we use, John L. Henry, my dope Sora line sister. And in Ghana, we use Ashanti Tours. So
Um,
when I tell you those men, because we had 4 men, and the trip was primarily women. It was 22 of us.
Okay.
They took care. They were our bodyguards. They were
Oh.
our tour guides. They were our brothers. If
Oh.
you want to plan a trip to Ghana and want a tour, Ashanti Tours is top fucking notch. So
Okay.
big shout out to I wish I could say it. Remember Isaac, Fee, well, I can't remember John, and what's the main guy's name? I need to get his name. Oh Lord, but anyway, I'll get his name.
Well, text your girlfriend before you get off so that you can ask
Yeah,
her
I
so you
gotta
can give
shout
him
him
you
out.
can give him
Yeah,
a proper shout out. Shout out. Yeah.
yes, because
Mm-hmm.
they were freaking phenomenal.
Mm.
Phenomenal.
Well, that's
It
awesome.
was
Anyway, anytime you go someplace you're not familiar with, having somebody that it gives you peace of mind, knowing that okay, you're not navigating uncharted territory by yourself.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's really important.
No,
So
but
that's good.
what was
Well,
the tour guide
yeah,
name?
you got to get his name. We got to give him a proper
Yeah,
shout
'cause
out.
I mean, that man was on point. Okay.
Okay, so I just
So,
have one question about Ghana. Did
mhm.
you bring back a pair of earrings that you got on? Because bitch, if you did not, we're gonna have some issues. So did
I
you get
got you
those?
some earrings. I got
Did you
you some
get those in
I did
Africa?
not get these in
You
Africa.
didn't?
I
Okay, those
got
are
these
cute.
here. Now I'll tell you this much:
Uh-huh.
the stuff that was in Africa, it's over here.
Okay, it's over here.
It just
Okay.
showed me how small the world is now. You know what I'm saying? When my
Okay.
mom went to Africa in '99, it was like, oh, this new, Now it's like the world has gotten so small with, shipping and
Yeah, that's true.
international is so relative. I mean,
And now we have social media, so everything that is there is like we do have a very close now.
yep.
It's almost like there are no borders. I mean, I know it's not like it's no borders.
It's really not. I
The,
mean,
the internet creates us with no borders.
right now it's very reasonable there. Like you
Okay.
can get a whole outfit made for like 40, $50, So
But
real estate, we met a lot of people who are dual citizens now. So they actually was like, forget you, America, for 6 months. We out. So
yeah, a lot of people are doing that.
yep.
I mean, I've
Um,
considered it because you
Girl,
have
you be
you have
living
so many.
like
Yeah, you have so many YouTube videos that tell you, okay, these are expats. This is how they live, and this is the best places for Black women to go. I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about where you should go and how you get to live in like you said, have dual citizenship.
yep. So
Yeah.
the tour guide's name was Oscar. The
Oh,
man
Oscar. Okay,
Oscar.
so Oscar, shout out Oscar.
Big shout out my
Yes.
brother if you're watching. Oscar, Isaac, Fee, and John. John
Mm,
was the driver. Fee was the dude who did everything. Isaac was the tour guide, and Oscar. Those were the Isaac was the muscle, and that he was all of
got
them
it.
top notch. So Ashanti tours, we definitely got to put that in the YouTube
In the
description.
Okay,
Yeah. So
got it. Okay. Oh, and in the description, yeah, we can do that.
big shout out to them. So I think my favorite part of the tour, we did this hike over several bridges. I forgot,
Okay.
I can't. Y'all know my memory bad. I'm in the car. Excuse me. I don't know.
You should have taken notes.
I
You
should have had.
needed a notebook with your little.
Lord have mercy. It's bad. Life is bad. I'm like, what the hell? I
I
can't
know if
remember.
y'all took a hike, that's one of your favorite things. Because if Pascal ain't gonna do nothing, she gonna get you on a hike out somewhere,
Right.
out in the woods,
And
not a
that's my
ski.
goal. Everywhere
Yeah,
I go, I want to do a hike.
she want to walk somewhere.
I want to walk somewhere. We walked over these suspension bridges.
Okay.
It was 7 of them. And I was telling people I used to be afraid of heights. And I had to tell them about the story when you and I were coaching together with a son.
Yes.
And I
Oh, you
had
mean
to
climbing that? Oh, climbing the
climb
pole,
that damn
girl.
telephone pole.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Pascal
tell
nutted up.
you, yes, I was scared as I don't know what,
I
but
didn't know you had a fear of heights though.
I had a fear of heights. And it left me
Oh,
that day. Because
what
when I
day?
tell you, when I got on top of that pole,
So you
Not not the stripper pole, but the a
right,
telephone pole.
not a
Yeah.
stripper pole. You know, we're not talking about a stripper pole. You know what? I didn't remember that you went up. I remember you being on this ladder and having a hard time. Like I'm
That was
not
the
doing this.
first time. That was
Oh,
the
oh,
first
so you
time.
did it another time, right? Because I remember when we did it when our group. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because you remember
Okay.
with our group, I went straight to the top and stood on top like
What
in
you talking
seconds.
about your crazy ass?
And
Tanya would climb on top. I don't know. She's the Spider Woman over here. For me, I'm a
yeah,
control freak, and I did not want to be on top of no damn pole. So I got so far at that time when we were the ones being coached, but when we became the lead coaches,
yeah.
I wanted to go up because I wanted to expand. I wanted to what we call that
Stretch.
stretch.
You want
Thank
to
you. I
stretch,
wanted to
yeah.
stretch
And
in
you,
my
yeah, and
body.
you did. You're
Thank you.
right.
You can fill in the
Yeah,
blanks for me, sign.
girl,
So
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
that
so
was
that's
fun.
why menopausal women need to stick together. It's like
Right. So we could
I
finish
got
each
the
other.
words that you don't remember, and you had to remember the words that I don't remember. And together we can have a complete sentence.
A
Okay,
complete
so
conversation. It takes two, baby. It takes two.
it takes two,
Yeah.
especially once you're over 50 or once you're over
Right.
40. Once you're over 40, it takes two.
Right. So that's when my fear of heights left me because when I tell you I was running over those suspension bridges and
Really?
stopping and posing
Not
and
girl,
girl, I was
not
so
showing
excited.
out.
And that shit, saying it was so high. It
Really?
was so you couldn't see the ground.
And so of course you have video. You have video and pictures, or what'd you get?
Yeah, I just got a picture. I mean, I was just walking the bridges. I
Yeah.
don't take a lot of pictures. If somebody else
I
take
don't
a
either.
picture,
We need photographer. We need like hire like the first thing when you make it and you have enough money to buy hire a staff. That's one of the first people you're gonna need a photographer because
well, with DST Traveler, she had a photographer on the
she
whole
had.
trip.
Oh, you did tell me she had a photographer.
So he
Okay.
captured a lot of great moments on the
Okay.
trip.
Good.
Reese Bland, photographer. Shout out to Reese as well.
Okay.
Um, and I didn't want to say visiting the slave castles was my favorite part, but it was
Mm,
the most touching part.
mm,
The slave
I'm
castle
sure.
and where the slaves had their last bath.
Mm.
Lord, they did. I don't want to get upset again because
Yeah, I was about to say because I'm sure they almost probably carried you up out of there because y'all don't know. I mean,
every
when spirit,
spirit jumped in my
yeah,
body. I said, if
yeah,
Simon
they
was here,
started
we
talking to you,
probably would have been snotting on the floor together because I
girl.
know when I tell you something jumped in my body and
And ancestors, child.
it was
Yeah.
like, mm-mm.
The
They
ancestors
did
was
us
like,
wrong.
mm,
So that part, just getting that perspective from the African
mm,
point of view. We in America, so we know how brutal slavery was on this side. But to hear them tell those extra stories, those stories about how they were treated over there and
mm-hmm,
the brutality, and one thing that stuck, a horrible story that stuck with me, like they walked barefoot for hundreds of miles to get to the
mm,
coast and be
mm-hmm,
shipped off. But they would take them through this forest that was full of all these wild animals, and they were losing slaves. So they decided that we're losing too much, property. So they would take some of the weakest slaves. They would beat them or cut them so the blood would run, and they would use those slaves as bait
oh my God.
while the other ones passed through the forest. These motherfuckers was horrible. I'm telling you, I couldn't even look white folk. I wanted to fuck every white folk.
Girl.
I'm
And
like,
it's
why?
funny because while you were in Ghana, I was at the National Museum, the African American Museum, in here having a moment. Well, I didn't have as big of a moment as I did the first time I went. But I mean, at first time, I couldn't make it through half of the first floor. It was like, I can't do this.
Just
I can,
brutal.
yeah, the brutality. That's, yeah.
We've heard about
Mm,
we hear a lot about what the Americans did on this side, but when
right.
we go back and talk about the British, the Portuguese, the French, the Dutch,
Mm,
they it was they were monsters. And the
mm,
one thing they kept telling us on the tours, they were like, you all cannot let them try to whitewash this shit. This
right.
needs to be taught in school, and the real stories need to be told because
Right.
if we don't, it will happen again.
But they were, I thought we just heard. I thought, we will have to do that on a shooting the shit episode. But I know I thought I just heard about them passing a bill either in Virginia. I want to say Virginia, but it may be somewhere else that they're saying that they're taking all of that out. They said they're not even going to teach about Martin Luther King.
See,
I said it was just passed. So I
that's
may have
not
to do my research because I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was I want to say Virginia, but because I get a lot of my news now from TikTok because
I, I know so. But I get
TikTok got all the current fucking events. So I'm just like,
yeah,
and so with some young lady that I bookmark on TikTok, but I'll take a look and see. And then, you have to verify that information, but it's crazy.
right. I mean, who? I get it. Why they wouldn't want it to be exposed
Of
because
course.
the inhumane. It's like you can't even put yourself in a category of human to me. You know what I'm saying? To
Mm,
do the things that they've done. Like you cannot have a heart.
mm,
So these people were crazy, and
mm.
talking to a friend of mine about it, and she was like, well, most of those people were the riffraff. The people who they put out to sea, they were the riffraff of their countries. So
Right.
they were already criminal, and they just came over there and blew it.
Already deviants,
Hmm.
basically. But
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I think the neat thing is that what I am seeing a lot more on social media is a lot of these conversations are being had. And when I say people, you got some brown girls to be proud of because they on in there telling it like it is, and they're like, what y'all not gonna do.
Right.
And as soon as they try to step out of line, they're like, "Look, okay, so it's not my job to make you responsible. Make you comfortable. It's not my job to educate you. It's not my." And so they are just been they've been calling them out on their BS.
And
And
go get your tears and your bullshit about it. When
girl,
go get fuck on.
right, go somewhere with that, Susie, because ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Now we did. There are though a lot of allies that are like, okay, they are saying, hey, no, y'all not doing that. So there are a lot of white women calling each other out, especially on TikTok. Like they're like, mm-mm. I see you guys on here doing this to the black women. Leave them alone. Stop it. Cut it out. So there are a lot that actually are educating and
Good for
attempting
them,
to.
and I don't give a fuck. So
Okay, I'm just saying. It seems like the message is
y'all
being
need
furthered, but I
everybody
hear you.
doing it, so they supposed to be doing it. I ain't. That's like somebody paying motherfucking child support. That's what you supposed to do now.
That's your
So
girl.
that's
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. No, I hear that.
no,
Right? Yeah, you don't get no trophy for
no,
being human.
no.
Yeah, or for
There
being
is
humane.
no trophy for being. Girl, you better put that shit on a shirt. God
Oh, the
damn.
shirt. Okay, that's gonna be one of our first shirts.
You
Oh,
don't
wait,
get
wait. Besides the, because I know we had some other sayings, but you don't get no trophy for being human, bitch.
absolutely not,
Mm.
bitch. We gotta put that on the end of every fucking shirt. There's no trophy for being human, bitch.
Mm. Well, and I do say that I do appreciate that the conversations are being had, though. I think it's really
Absolutely,
important. Yeah, I think
absolutely.
it's important.
And
Yeah.
these black kids, they better tear it up. So
Girl, when I tell you they are tearing them a new one, I'm like, these kids, they are not playing. So, but see, the thing is, and then I know we talk a lot about this new generation, but they didn't come to play. They're
mhm,
like, look, first of all y'all, all this structure y'all got, y'all like, this is how, no, that's not how we doing things.
we're not doing that.
We're not doing it like that. They're
We're
like, we
not
don't agree
working.
with it. Y'all not working us to death like we slaves. We're not doing that. They said we're not doing that. And they are fighting. And they putting up their boundaries and they saying this don't work.
Like, this does not work for me. This does
This
not
doesn't
work
work
for
for me.
my
Mm-mm.
energy. I'm
No,
sorry. I'm not feeling
no.
this.
I'm on the
Mm.
black girl luxury trade. I'm not doing that. Girl, they're like, no, we want more for ourselves.
Yep.
And there's
So
a thing or two that we get to learn from them in terms of saying, yeah, why are we like,
why right.
let's share some of these beliefs. Mm-mm.
Exactly. So
They're
we
like,
gonna
yeah.
we can move on from what you want to talk about. I have some other topics I want to talk about, but
Girl, sure. Well, I mean, I mean, I'm excited that the holidays were great. I did get a chance to see my baby. My niece came to town. That was really cool. Yeah, we hung out, had fun. I got to take her shopping. She got a little Anne Klein purse, girl, looking like a like her daddy was calling her rich white woman. 'Cause it's just for a reference, you guys that don't know, she's 10. So she's 10 and she got a little Anne Klein purse with an AK on the side. I said, are you sure that's what you want? Because let me just tell you, the brand is kind of like, old white woman. So are you sure? She said, but I like the purse. I'm like, wait, I get it. I ain't even someone her friends to clown her when she get to school. Like,
Well,
that's not
she
one of our
told me
brands.
this what I like. I hope she stays strong,
I
and
hope she stays strong. She
because
was like,
that
this
just
what I
shows
like.
there is hope. If she can make it through the Anne Klein ridicule, she good. Liberty
She
gonna be
good,
all
girl. She took the purse, took everything, cleared it out, put all her stuff in it. She like, this is my
right.
look. And when
This
we
is my
went, I forget when we went to the African American Museum, we were putting our stuff in lockers, and her dad was like, "Well, you can put your stuff in the what's playing? You hear music?
mm-mm.
You don't hear the music? Okay, maybe it's coming. Okay,
I do hear. I hear.
Ma, I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me because I am in my
I know
mama's
you
house.
ain't just not do that. Can you mute yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sure can. Thank you.
Real ghetto
Hold
today.
on, hold on.
Nah. So anyway, y'all, yes, I had a great Christmas. My Christmas was here and in Ghana, so I spent New Year's in Ghana. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so that was Alexa started playing Christmas music on her own. So my mother said, I
Oh,
don't know
that
why
bitch be
that.
listening, don't she?
Girl, she was just like, it's time
Ass
because
out.
it was
Calm
yeah,
your
but
ass down.
right. And she's not hearing me because I have on headphones. She just started playing that on her own. It's probably something she's probably scheduled to turn it on. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
we have a
All right.
co-host.
Okay. So yeah, we have a co-host now. No, she's going back in the room. So yeah. So yeah. So what I was saying about the purse. We went to the African American Museum, and her dad was like, "You want to put all?" We were putting our stuff in the locker. She said, "No, I want to carry my purse." He said, "You don't want to put it in the lock?" No, I'm carrying my purse. I was like, "Okay." He said, "Okay, go
But
ahead, carry your purse."
will be standing her ground with her peers. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
y'all easy. Y'all
Yeah.
easy. So I want to hear that story. If Lyric you got that, there is hope for the world.
Girl.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, but the holidays were awesome, and what I gotta tell you, I celebrated my birthday, so
That's
I think
right.
we were, yeah, were we on the, did we do that? Yeah, I guess we talked about that on the show already.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was excited about that. Blew up all these balloons, decorated my living room, had a lot of fun with that, so that was really good, and excited to be launching another year. So yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm in Florida hanging out. I sent you the picture of my brother's key to the city. So he was
Oh
the
yes,
mayor.
DJ Demp Week. I
Yes.
asked your daddy alum.
Yes.
But
Uh-huh.
DJ
Yeah.
Demp Week in Tallahassee, Florida, and Sonya is supporting her brother who is
Exactly.
just got the key to the city.
Got this. So we had a private dinner for just close friends and family, and the mayor came to the private dinner to give him the key to the city. And then on Friday at the celebrity basketball game, the mayor is coming to present it in front of the community.
Go them,
So
tell them I said I'm proud of him.
okay, I will let him know. I was like, I said, did you already have a key? I thought you already had a key, but he was like, no, he's had 3 proclamations. So this is the first time that they've given him an actual key to the city.
Got the key to the city. Yep.
Girl, yes. Anyway,
Oh,
so that was good. Yeah. So the holidays were good. I'm ready for a new year.
okay. I'm ready for a new year
Mhm.
too because I'm like, okay, this is the year that I'm putting out there that I am going to be in love. I'm putting that out.
Oh,
So I
okay.
don't know who that is, but
Uh-oh.
all the
Okay.
other extras from before, I'm done. I'm
You
done.
done?
I'm
Okay.
done.
Oh,
Yeah,
you done? Oh, you cutting? Oh,
I
you
cut.
cutting everybody on the staff now. So
It's
yeah, everybody's been cut. Okay. So now,
everybody been
so
cut.
you're recruiting right now, is what you
I'm
say.
recruiting. Y'all see how cute I am.
So forward the video to your boys that, because yeah, there's some recruitment going.
Yep, this is the year of 50, honey,
I
and
know that's right. Oh yeah, it
playing
is your
on that.
50th.
Okay, so
Yes.
doing some grown ass shit this year. I'm not doing this bullshit. I'm not doing it no more. I'm getting on the other side of this fun I have planned for my life. So
Hmm.
all this excitement. So I am welcoming it now and putting it in the universe. I do not usually do that. So
Got it.
this year, 2023, I'm doing that. Putting it
Got
on
it.
the air. So we'll see
I know that's
who
right.
comes along and we'll see.
Mm. All
All right.
right. Well, I have a list of goals for in as well as specifically traveling and seeing some new places, and also um, uh, change of residence, just new shit. And I really and expanding my business. So I just have a lot of stuff in on my list that I'm focused on. So I'm working on manifestation as well.
Absolutely. Y'all,
Yeah. So
y'all doing
this
y'all
is the year.
schedule for 2023 because, we lost a lot of people, we
We
lost a
did.
lot of people in 2022.
We
So
did.
go ahead and live your life. Take a note from these young folks who like, fuck that. We ain't doing that no more.
Girl, exactly. Reclaim your time, like
Reclaim
Maxine
your
Waters said. Reclaim your time, like Maxine Waters said. Speaking of which, also we're Pas and I are going to be working on revamping the show, looking at what we think what is working, some things that we get to tweak and have be better. We would love to hear your input. So if there are things that you would love to hear from us, ideas that you have, we'd like to welcome those ideas and see how they might fit in with what we're doing. However, we're looking at what's going to work best for all the things that we're manifesting this year and how busy we're going to be, and how to best, keep bringing you the laughter and the information and the best of what we got. So we're trying to see how we get to make all of that work.
absolutely. So
Mm-hmm.
the last thing I want to talk about was something that's in the news about this 13-year-old boy who got shot in D.
Mm,
A neighbor. He was I don't know if he was either in vandalizing the car. I think he was robbing the car or something like
mm-hmm.
that. And one of the neighbors saw him and killed him. So
Mm,
um very upsetting. The person who shot the kid is still not has not been arrested.
mm-hmm.
Which, there's a lot of controversy about that. I've read comments, people are like, well, these kids gotta learn. And then
You got to learn about being shot. Come on now,
get the
stop
fuck
it.
out here.
Stop it. And in addition, that's not going to deter the ones that are going to try to do it again. That's not going to be a deterrent. But similar like we saw in Georgia with Aubrey and Ahmaud, like there were, you know how long it took for arrest to be made in that case?
Yep. And so
Until there's public outrage, a lot of
it's
times you won't
outrage
see.
around here. But
Hmm.
we found out. See, initially I was like, "Ooh, he must be white." He's not. The man who shot the kid is black.
Oh.
So they posted. I saw that in the news today.
Hmm.
And just to put y'all on game in DC, you're supposed to call the police. You can't just go around shooting people who are not a threat to you.
No, you cannot.
You have to be threatened
Yeah.
with you know you have to be threatened. Your life needs
Yeah.
to be threatened
And,
in order
and
to
it
weapon.
and in the scenario that you talked about, it's usually not a matter of who is doing the shooting in terms of whether they're white or black. It's who's being shot.
Right.
It's not considered important when it's a black life that's being lost, as opposed to if that was a white boy that was still in and that black dude shot him. Oh, he would be
You better say
yeah,
thank you for making that point because
yeah.
I didn't even make that point, but that's a great point. And this kid, if the picture that they showed on TV is accurate, it's clearly a baby,
Mm.
13 years old. He's a little bitty thing. And the other thing that I've seen posted where people are like, well, where was his mama and all that stuff, and I'm
They
like,
always want to blame somebody
if y'all
else.
don't shut the fuck up about that, where the
Just
mom,
that
these
stuff.
kids, right?
Like
These
really.
kids will sneak out. I'm like, if you have a teenager who is rebellious, like I have, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They might sneak out because the little boy wasn't the only one out there. There were apparently two other folks, because I can't say if they were youngsters, but they were seen running away from the scene, who were out there. These kids they're teenagers, they dumb.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
people say that like you didn't sneak out. Don't try it.
get the fuck
You
out
did
of
the same
here.
stuff. So what's interesting is that we want to somehow, attack this generation and say how terrible they are, as if you were not up to the same BS. You may not have robbed a car.
Right,
Don't act like you ain't sneak out. Don't act like you didn't do work where you weren't supposed to be. Don't act like kids are kids. They do that. They're not. Their brains are not developed enough to make those sorts of decisions.
right. But you know whose brain was developing up? That motherfucker
Mm.
shot that.
Hello. Mm.
So I don't know how he got a gun. His gun was registered, but anyone who's taking a good uh gun education class knows in DC you cannot shoot someone if you are not being threatened.
Right.
So
So why is he not being? Why has he not been arrested then?
that point, I don't know. I
Well,
don't
we
know.
know. Well, so first of all, it's one whether you who your victim was in terms of whether you're being arrested, and also what your connections are, because all you have to know is know one or two people, and then all of a sudden they trying to see how they gonna cover up and keep
They
you
have
out the
not
way.
even released his name, but the baby's picture is all over. And I know it's out, but I call him a baby because I have a son.
13 is a baby. That's a baby.
And his name is everywhere, but you can't put this person who shot. And I don't understand. He broke, even though the kid was breaking the law,
He
that
broke the law
person broke the law as
as
well.
well. Exactly. So
In a
both of them
silly,
get to be held accountable.
yeah, he does.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping that this man is brought to justice soon.
Mm.
Okay, if you ain't know what you was doing, but your ass, I don't know. He did not take a gun course from Melissa Quick, Kenneth
Mm.
Thornton, Postel, who when we were doing the courses. But I know he did not listen in the class
Right.
because
Yeah.
his ass would not have even been out there.
Or he gonna do his own thing. I told you about that vigilante. Where was that? And I think it was in Houston. Was it Houston? With now, in this instance, you did say this is different because the guy was robbing the restaurant and he was taking all the people's stuff. And as he was trying to walk out the door, one of the patrons shot him in the back. And then after he shot him, he was
Ooh, I
on
ain't
the
hear that
ground.
part that he shot him in the back.
Oh, he shot. The dude was walking out the door.
Oh no,
Oh
no.
yeah. Oh, the dude had robbed everybody already and was walking out the door. He shot him as he was walking out in the back. And then after he shot him, he walked up to him with him on the ground and shot him again at point blank range. And then
He
took the
needs to
stuff
be
that he
under
just,
jail.
huh?
He needs to be under the
Oh yeah,
jail.
he's not going to jail. Well, so far he's not going to jail either. So they went over and so now they're trying to decide whether he's going to be charged or not. But he now in this instance it was a black a young man, probably I think in his 20s, that was doing the robbing, and it was a white elderly man who actually did the shooting. And they have it all, oh, and it's on video, so you can see this is not something you have to question. Oh, the cat wanted to join the.
The dude is a cool.
The cat was
Come
like,
on, girl.
I want to talk about grown ass women shit.
Right.
Um, the it's all on video because the video for the establishment actually videotaped the entire thing and showed when the guy walked over and took, I guess, the stuff that the little guy had picked up in terms of what he stole to take. Y'all come get y'all stuff. And he looked and found that the gun was plastic, and so he threw it across the room and it hit the wall and hit, broke. And then they didn't wait for the cops. The guy that shot him and the rest of the patrons walked out and
Wait,
got in
they
their
found
cars.
out that the gun was plastic?
The gun was plastic, and then they all went left the restaurant, got in their cars, and drove off. They did not wait for the cops to come. And this man is still walking around free, and you could see the energy that he did it with. It was very brazen, almost like, yeah, I'm about to kill me a nigga today.
And on that note,
Hmm.
the marathon continues. Quote
It does.
Nipsey Russell. I mean, what his name? Nipsey. What's his name? The one who died.
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle. Thank you, Lord. I'm
Yes.
sounding real old today. Nipsey.
Someone Nipsey Russell.
But yeah, Nipsey Hussle. I mean,
Hmm.
it's wow. We have a long way to go.
We do.
2023 should be a year of exposure, reflection. I mean,
Girl.
we gotta expose this shit.
We do. We do, and we have to hold people's feet to the fire, and we have to not let them get away with it,
Right.
because right now they're deciding to whitewash history. They do not want you to know what we've done, and they want to say that you're the most violent, as if you were not performing the atrocities that were being performed.
All over
But
the world.
somehow, I've always said that. I'm like, how do you get to say act like somehow we're violent when you have committed the most violence? If anybody should be grabbing their purses, it should be us. And not just purses. I should be grabbing my whole being, knowing that you might snatch me and sell me off. But the appearance, how you want to spin it and how you want to make it look, is like somehow we are the violent ones.
It is.
You're the savage. You're the savage.
Right. And it's the mental violence. Like, you just bring me back to Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere we went, there were white Jesuses, pictures of white Jesus.
Mm.
And I'm like, we asked the question. I said, we in Africa, right?
Right. Where are we? Wait. Where? I thought I was in Africa.
Why are there so many white Jesuses? What
Y'all know why missionaries
Jesus? These damn missionaries came in here and used Christianity to
conquer, honey. I
oh,
told this young guy that was attempting to take me out years ago when I was in my 20s, and he was telling me this is his African name and this is my Christian name, and I said, y'all letting them come and give y'all Christian names? Like, we trying to fight to get our damn shit back. I'm like,
one of the things was that they could not. I think they could not go to school if they weren't given a Christian name.
tell you about to turn this into. So you done went over to Africa, and now you about to come back and start some shit. Cause yeah, but I mean, and I was like, "Are you serious, y'all? You're like," I'm like, "We're fighting to try to get ourselves back," and you guys are like, "I'm like." He's like, "Yeah, and we're proud of our Christian names when we're given it. Like, that's the name you want to be called instead of the African given name that you were like given." I'm like, yeah, okay. There's some work. Apparently, you need to start leading field trips to Africa so that we can start getting back on. Like, what the hell is going on, people?
Get your several $1,000s and get yourself to Africa. It will change your life. It will change your life. I'm definitely going back. Maybe not to Ghana, but I want to go to different countries throughout Africa.
Right.
It's important. So
yeah.
On that note,
yes, we're gonna keep it cute and short, because again, I have internet issues, so I am literally in my mother's living room trying to make this work. So
y'all heard I call him Ma.
I am so sorry, girl. I went ghetto then, didn't I?
She where is she?
She's in the other room now working on something.
Okay. I wanted to say hey to Mom. But
oh, Ma, you want me to call her again?
Yeah, go on.
Ma, they want to see you. Oh, let me see if she might be like, I don't want to come.
If she's not it's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. She's coming. She said, hold on. I think she'd have been out the door already today. She should be fine, but let's see. Let's see if she wants to.
Let's see if she makes an appearance.
Oh yeah, they want to see if you're willing to come on the screen.
You just want to say hey.
Just want to say hey. Okay, hold on. Oh, she said, hold on 1 minute, because she had to run.
I know that's right. So, I get it, because she,
yeah,
right. Like mine, they gotta get it together.
Yeah, keep it tight, right, honey. Let me tell you, she don't have a. We were in there in that closet talking about all them clothes. She said the rod already fell down once, and they had to put it back up. But my mother got some clothes up in there. She like, okay, I got this, and then she done showed me about 10 outfits that we can. She like, I got this and I got this. She got some great clothes in there, so she ain't playing. Okay. She's all about looking correct. So when she steps out this door, okay?
I know that's right.
Yeah, so she gonna make sure you look correct too. She done gave me a couple of outfits. Like, can you fit this jumpsuit? Try this on. What you think about this? So she in here trying to. Do you need a rug? She trying.
How long she need? Because we have to say.
Oh, let me see. Okay, Ma, how long you need? What you, Ma? Wait, oh, I think she coming back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a rush because your sister just called me. Oh,
she's stuck? Oh no. Okay, my sister's stuck, so we gotta go get my sister too. Okay, so come on in. Oh,
how are you? Look at you all cute. She cute.
Oh, wait. Okay, so wait. Here.
Oh, she can't hear. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Nope. Just give me one
Okay. Can
headphone.
you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
It's a
I
little
had to
weird.
unplug the headphones because she couldn't hear you.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Hello.
How are you, cutie?
Fine. Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Finally.
meet you too.
so she's watched the show, so
Mhm.
she's seen.
Oh, good. Oh, she been hearing me cuss. I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah, she's heard.
Oh,
you.
okay. I hear her cuss too.
Right.
Oh,
I was thinking. I started to say something early, and I was like, "Oh Lord, my mother in the room. I can't say that."
well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I hope y'all enjoy each other, and congratulations on Dent Week. That
Oh,
that
thank
was
you.
that came from your uterus, girl.
Right, I know, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was there.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
They asked
All
him the most memorable thing
Mo.
about them. They had everybody go around the table, and I was first. I told them the day he was born, because I was there, and it was, I just
Yep.
laid back and listened to the heartbeat on the machine till he came.
I know that's right.
Ain't
I
feel
know.
no
Apparently, he was an
pain.
easy birth. I wasn't. I was
Right, big head, big head.
She said I had a big head. No, she had no epidural for me.
Right, I had one with
She had
him.
epidural with Jamar.
Got you.
So, but with me, there was no epidural. So she
Right.
screamed.
Okay, so that's why you so natural. That's why you so natural.
Yeah, I was like,
Right.
I think naturally, and I'm going to do things naturally. So,
Yes. Yes.
yes, thank you, Ma. So we're going to wrap the show up.
Okay, yeah, and I got to go get Keisha, poor baby.
I'll ride with you.
You will?
Yeah,
You
so
got-
we're about to wrap up right now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well,
All right.
I'm
So
gonna
Bye.
my sister is stranded, so we
Bye.
got to go get her. So
Okay.
yeah. So all right. So are we want to go ahead and close out with some music?
Yes, we're gonna close out and we will see y'all next week. Love y'all. Bye. You got it ready?
Wait a minute. No, I don't see the music. Hold on. There it
Oh
is.
Lord, son.
There it is.
Why?
There it is.
Lord.
I know,
Help
right?
me. Fix it,
I
G.
know.
Fresh out the oven, straight to the bank. Ben's Hager smelling like gang. Seats, somebody died on them. Kitty looking like somebody cried on it. Ooh, what you looking at? What you looking at? Body lights in the mirror. Icing on the top, if you got it, let's go.